Welcome back to My Unpopular Opinion. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel and turn your post notifications on if this is your first time on my channel. So it's just been so much. Like I know I haven't been posting, so don't be mad at me, people. Okay, don't don't be mad. It's been a lot. Um, so I want to talk about Beyonce's performance first, that she did for the NFL thing on Christmas. And obviously everybody's been talking about it, but of course, I'm going to give my opinion, which now I'm going to do a little bit of a disclaimer. This is a unpopular opinion. So I think that Beyonce looked beautiful, right? Grandma B, she looked nice. I like the white theme. I loved all the white stuff. And, all the bells and whistles are always going to be a part of her performance. Like, nobody can deny that she is going to perform, she's going to do well. It was not a bad performance. I like the looks of everything, but I do feel like it just seems like something we've seen multiple times already. And I know it's probably just like her, like, how some people say if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I feel like ever since like Coachella, when she started doing the band thing and doing all the theatrics with that style of a performance, I feel like she has replicated that over and over and over again since that. And it's like I just feel like it's redundant at this point. We've seen this style of her performance, and I think we were expecting something a little bit different, especially with her doing like a different genre, and it's supposed to be country. Now she did do the country looks and everything like that. That's not the problem. It's just still the same setup of the performance, and it's just like I don't know how many times you can do that same style of a performance. But this is Beyonce we're talking about, and she gets away with any and everything. So her doing the same performance 10 times, no one's going to notice or care, except a few people who have the eyes to see. But any other artist, they would have been like, we've seen this already. We've seen this again. Like, this is boring. And compared to a lot of her previous performances, like in the past, Beyonce normally has like super high energy. She's normally like super into the choreography. And I feel like she was just really lackluster when it came to like the dancing and the movements and everything like that. Like, if you really watch, you'll see what I'm saying. Yes, she was doing her performance stuff, but it's not what it used to be. And I don't know why she seems to be either holding back or maybe she's just getting tired. Some people do believe that Grandma B is actually not the age that Wikipedia and all of that says that she is. I don't know. That's alleged. I wouldn't be surprised because she is in an industry full of lies, and she's one of the biggest, liars in my opinion, and fakers. So I wouldn't be surprised if she did fake her age and if she was actually in her 50s. And that would explain why Grandma B is getting tired. I like Beyonce, but I think she's really starting to get tired of it, or maybe she's losing the passion for it. I know that happens as well. Like, sometimes you just don't have the same passion or drive for it, so she might need to pivot, and that might be why she's been trying to pivot into all these different businesses that she's been popping up with, not only allegedly to like compete with someone like Rihanna. Obviously she can't let Rihanna outshine her, even though she's still doing it business wise. I just feel like she's just not really into this anymore. And I also feel like that's partially maybe why she keeps trying to push Blue to the forefront. We know that she does want Blue to take her spot, and that's why she has been I'm not gonna say blackballing. She's not blackballed, but she has been kind of hindering Chloe and keeping Chloe in a box in this little space over here just to keep her controlled and not successful. That way she can continue to hold the spot down for Miss Baby Blue to come in and do her thing. And that's obviously why she keeps pushing Blue into our face, from the movie to now. She went on tour with her, and then now she's in this performance too. So it's like, okay, Blue's in every performance. And that's another thing that's very redundant too. Like, girl, okay, it's nice, and we see this as your girl, but we tired, or I'm tired. So that's my opinion about her performance. Like the looks and everything, just seemed like she just wasn't as into it as she normally is. Because I remember back in the day, waiting for a Beyonce performance was like, wow, like you just didn't know what you were gonna get. It was always gonna be something different and a different theme every time, and something like this was grand. I'm not saying this wasn't a grand performance, but I'm just used to her really hitting it, and I'm just shocked, that she's kind of. Oh, another thing I want to talk about with this, like, come on, Grandma B. We know that you've been every time your husband is getting into something, Mr. Jay Z the Moose. Every time the Moose is in trouble or needing to distract, he brings out Robot Beyonce and she does her distraction. So this performance, sweetheart, we know you was trying to distract. We know that when you were doing all your little photo shoots before this, in the little press stuff that was coming out, you trying to distract from your man. And what they don't understand is this is not the past. This is a new dawn and a new day where the stuff that used to fool the collective, because she's so used to, her and her husband are so used to being able to fool the collective, that and when I say collective, I mean like general public, that they're just trying their same formula. And it's so funny because, not trying to compare them to Diddy, but it kind of reminds me of Diddy, of like how Diddy was able to just get away with stuff for so long, over 30 years, that he thought that this time around he could just do the same stuff and do the same formula and that he would get off. And he sees like this is a new time where that doesn't work anymore. Like, people can clearly see through the games in the media. And so the same thing with Beyonce and Jay-Z the Moose. The Moose, speaking of him, obviously using the robot Beyonce as a distraction, the Moose has been doing a lot of weird antics around his lawsuit, in my opinion. I think that his lawyer and himself, they just have been really, really on 10. And I understand it's like you want to defend yourself and your reputation, but it just seems like the integrity of the lawyer is just so low down in the gutter, because the things that he's been doing and the tactics that he's been accused of, to affect the lawyer of the woman that is accusing Jay-Z the Moose. So it's just like, that is tacky. That doesn't seem professional. So that seems like you have a shady, shiesty lawyer. And then we already look at you, Jay-Z the Moose, as shady and shiesty. So you're trying to damage other people's reputations. You're trying to, well, according to the the plaintiff lawyer, that lawyer, because I guess Jay-Z the Moose is the defendant, that lawyer is saying that he's been attacked, he's had people coming to his home, all these different things. And it's just like, if you're not guilty, I don't see anyone doing those things. So a lot of people on social media feel like Jay-Z is like seeming guilty. You know how they say a hit dog is gonna holler? Like, that's what it's really giving. And so he tried to also get the girls her identity to be exposed. Like, they were trying to do that, which is like, that's weird, because you're trying to like stop her. I mean, I guess that's just the defense, but it's just odd because you were trying to do that tactic. And then now they also tried to get the judge to throw out the lawsuit. He thought the judge would just throw it out, and the judge denied it. The judge denied it. So, it's just like, if you didn't do anything, fight the case fair and square. You have all this money, allegedly, and you can have the best attorneys in the world to deal with this case for you. There's no need to resort to all this, like, this is what I would call, like, anxious, guilty behavior, with the antics. Now, me personally, I feel like birds of a feather flock together. That's my opinion. I don't look at the Moose and think he's innocent in any situation. I'm just going to be honest. I think he does a lot of shady stuff. And his affiliation to Beyonce and her fakeness of, like, her fake image of being this good person all the time, it makes people have a hard time of really seeing the true dirt that they do. So that's just my opinion. I'm not going to go too far deep into it. But, I feel like where there's smoke, there is a fire in most cases. And for me, with both of these people, seems like there's like some fire going on, and it's going to come out one way or another. So I'm just going to be staying tuned, because, it's just crazy. But I also did think it was crazy how that lawsuit got launched in the media on Nicki Minaj's birthday. I thought that was quite interesting, considering all the evil tactics that they've been trying to do towards her. And then next thing you know, you get this lawsuit that comes out and it's on her birthday. See, that's why you have to be very careful who you come up against. You know, sometimes when you think you're Beyonce, you're Jay-Z the Moose, you think that you're the most powerful person. And y'all need to know, like, this is a season of humbling for a lot of giants, you know, and a lot of people. And Diddy, he was another person who thought he just was so powerful, and that's not permanent. That position of power is not always permanent, especially when you've done a lot of dirt, allegedly. So I don't know about that, but I thought that was interesting that that happened on Nicki's birthday. And speaking of Nicki, it's interesting that she's been on hiatus. I am happy that she's been on hiatus. I'm very happy about it, because I do feel like she needed a break from everything. Okay, she's worked so hard prior to this hiatus. Like, she went on two legs of her tour and went crazy on that. And just the music she recently dropped, and just she's constantly working. You know, we know she's always working. And so it's like I'm happy that she went on her hiatus, but of course, like Nikki said, every time she take a break, the game is just so boring. Okay, but when she does go on hiatus, that's when social media and other people always got her name in their mouth. Okay. And of course, Erica Mena and Safari continue. They are such disgusting clowns. They continue to try and attach themselves to this woman's name. And I just don't understand why they keep doing it. Erica, no one cares. You are a clown. You are Mrs. Clown. You literally listen to a man, and I'm sorry, Scorpios. That's typical Scorpio woman. Always going crazy over a man, doing crazy stuff over a man, and looking like a clown over a man. It's just like, look at Mariah the Scientist, a Scorpio, looking like a clown over a man. Like, y'all need to stand up. But Erica, you know, you couldn't wait to attack Nicki. You couldn't wait to do Safari's bidding. And I don't even know if it was really just his bidding. I think it came from a place of jealousy in you and jealousy in him. And so you did what you wanted to do, and you said what you wanted to say. And going against Nicki, it costed you. You put your foot in your mouth, and now you are suffering, and Safari's suffering. And, you know, he's constantly trying to attach himself as well. And it's just like two disgusting human beings, in my opinion, to do the things that they do. Now you want to talk about all the things that he did to Nicki, and he showed you a video of her chasing him around because he broke her laptop and blase splee. Well, you knew he did that stuff before you start talking crap about her. That's why when you get with a man, you never listen to what a man is saying about a previous woman, ever. Because you will always make a fool out of yourself and end up going through what that woman went through, and sometimes times 10. So that is just karma. You know, that's just karma and Nicki's divine protection. And so the same thing with Safari. You just a mess, hopping from any and everything, woman to woman, not taking care of your kids, like purposely taunting Erica and being passive aggressive. But nobody can feel bad for Erica because of her reputation and just her intent over the years. So it's just like whatever. Also, I wanted to talk about how TDE Punch, whoever Boo Boo Bear looking ass. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me not. I said I was gonna stop calling people names and stuff. I know y'all like when I do that and it's funny on this channel, but I said I was gonna try to like do the comedy but bring the names down just a little bit or make it a little less harsh. But TDE Punch, there's a tweet that came out years ago where he was predicting Nicki Minaj's sales of like 225,000, and he said yikes and stuff. And it's just like showing more. See, it's crazy. It's being revealed how everything just works in Nicki's favor. But also on her hiatus, it's being revealed that he's been a hater from day one. He's been, you know, preying on her downfall for quite some time, just like a lot of these people in this industry. And it's just sad that they've been doing this stuff. The stuff that they are doing now, they've been doing. It just has progressively gotten worse and been exposed more and more over the years. But he is SZA's manager, and that would explain SZA's weird energy towards Nicki, because she's a freaking liar weirdo. Her energy towards Nicki over the years has been very odd, weird, fake, phony, and shady. And now we see why because of that. We know that Kendrick, whatever's going on with him and his affiliation with TDE, you know, that he sometimes throws shade at Nicki, don't, whatever. And we know that he's just a puppet for Jay-Z the Moose. We know that now. But it's just sad that all these men, and Kendrick said it himself years ago in a tweet, that more men dislike Nicki than women. And in reality, I think it's both. I think that she intimidates men and women. And that's what happens when you're powerful. So, but Nicki's fully aware of all her haters. Trust and believe. She knew exactly the source of that weird TDE energy. So, y'all, that's all I have for this video. Let me know down in the comments if you missed my commentary. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and like the video, please. Okay? Bye-bye.